Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, and today we're going to start off with something of a confession. What I have to tell you here is it's not the easiest thing to say, because I feel that you've been misled, you've been duped. It was with the best of intentions. It's not been me for the last several episodes. It's been a close friend of mine by the name of Steve. He's been taking you through all of these things, and he does sound very similar to me, and he's been passing himself off as me, and I did ask him to introduce himself as Steve and let you good folks know who he was, but he obviously decided to play a practical joke. So he did say that he started on a mob spawner, and he's done a few things. I've been away. I had some friends who needed some help with a few things, and so now I've turned up, and I'd like you to just have a look at me. This is me. This is Frithgar. And like I say, I've been away, but now I'm back, and now I'm here to stay, and I intend to do all of the rest of this. Steve may call in again. I'm not sure. I would like to just take a look around the world and see what it is that he's done. I see that we've got a mountain. We've got a whole load of trees down there, and I can see a wheat farm. I can see some cows, and he did point out that that hole in the ground is the start of a mob spawner. He said you've explored a few caves. Let's just have a look and see what we've got. Well, we've got some coal in here. And some more. It's a crafting table, and wow, well, we've got quite a bit of armor. If I take the armor, I'll put that into my inventory like this, and that can be very useful later on. There's some iron ore, there's some gold ore, so we'll take those. A few stone items, we'll leave those there. Should the worst happen to us, it's always nice to have something to fall back on. I like to carry cobblestone steps. I really don't know what Steve has told you about me, and you know the things that I like to do. He did mention that he told you folks that I like glass, and I like sandstone and so on, and that is true. I do like glass and sandstone. I'm very fond of both of them. Let's put some gold in that one, and we'll put a bit of iron ore in there. Start smelting that. We'll keep the bow down. Is there any arrows? Has he found any arrows? Oh, there's 10 arrows there, so we can keep the bow and use some of the arrows. There's a few seeds, more seeds. Well, let's go and have a wander around, and I want to see what it is that you've done. I do like the trees. I started out life as a lumberjack. This may surprise you. So when it comes to digging or cutting down trees, I am actually fairly experienced. I've cut a lot of trees in my time. I know how to deal with them. I know how to plant them as well. It's always very important to plant the trees after you've cut some down. It's, you need to think green. Right, let's have a look at this wheat farm. This wheat farm is looking really good. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. We'll walk in and we'll have a look round. I think we can just quickly do a harvest. I'd like to see how much of a yield we get from this farm. It does look like good, fertile ground. And I apologise if I seem a bit sort of unsure of what's going on. You know, it was a bit of a shock to come back. Like I said, I've been away helping some friends. They had quite a few trees that they needed cutting down, so I went and cut down their trees for them. And then we got carried away, and they needed their house sort of being rebuilt. They weren't happy with the decoration inside, and so then they took it on themselves to try and start a bit of redecoration. And my friend, he's not very into his DIY, not really. And so he started his decoration project by covering the walls in TNT, which didn't do a lot for the family home. When I got there, he had a large smoking crater in the ground, and so we had to fill the hole in the ground, and then we had to, after that, we then had to build it all. So that's why I've been away for such a long time, you know, several days, I realise. But I am back now, and we'll get these wheat seeds planted. I am ready to get started. I'm keen to see how the mob spawner has been doing. It doesn't often take that long to build a mob spawner, but Steve did mention that you'd found a big cave and experienced a few difficulties whilst in the cave, so I'll have a look in the cave as well, and I'll get that built and underway as soon as possible. It'd be really nice to have a working mob spawner. Arrows are always useful. That's the one thing that I like to get out of the mob spawner is arrows, and you also get the bones from the skeletons as well. Always handy, so if you need a fast supply of trees, you don't need to sit around and wait for them to grow like those have there. You can just throw the bone meal on them and get instant trees. Wonderful little trick. Nature is a wonderful thing. Bit of fertilizer will do wonders. Well, we got a lot of wheat out of that. So let's go over to this guy. I'm assuming that's the entrance to one of the caves that Steve told me about. Wow, we got a lot of cows in here. Let's run around and see as many of these as we can. Like this. There we go. There. We've got a few points of experience from that as well. There we go, look at all those cows, there's loads of them. We will have to make that pen a bit bigger. I think that's a bit small. I think Steve was a little bit mean leaving the pen quite so small. And we will also have to thin the herd a little bit soon. It sounds a bit violent, it can be a bit distressing for some people, but it is something that we have to do. Right, now that that's done, I've had a quick look around. I did, very early this morning, just as soon as I got up, I did have a quick walk around the plain. It's a beautiful location that we've got here. I absolutely love it. Sunflowers over there are absolutely gorgeous. I think they're wonderful. We're very lucky. We've got a lot of flowers here, and the whole thing just looks fantastic. And I think that once we've got ourselves a nice big house on top of that hill, overlooking this huge great plain all the way around us, it's just going to be a wonderful place to live. It's going to be a fantastic home. So if I'm going back down there, I'm going to need some armor, so I'm going to put some armor on. There we go. And there I'm all kitted out in my armor. Let's have a sword a minute. There we go. Now we're ready to face anything that might come along and try to get us. So we'll go straight over here, and we need to remember that the ladder is facing our house. It's facing the hill. So I don't know if Steve mentioned about where you put the exit from your house, or the exit from the tunnels. We'll want it down this way. Right down the end here, we'll want a hole in the wall. And, oh, something went a bit wrong there. I can hear... Yeah, I can... it's just a little bit of a glitch there. This does happen in the world. You do sometimes get funny things happen. Right, well, we're not going to get through the stone with a pick. So what we want to do is we want to build a small alcove here. And what I'll do is I'll come back a few like this. And back a few more. And then I'll take it in another block each way. Like this. There, and this is just going to be our viewing area here. We'll be able to come out here and we'll be able to look right down across the entire room and see everything that's going on. And I'll dig a doorway here, and in order to make this one a bit more effective, I'm going to dig it one higher all the way along, like that. There we go. There's more iron ore up there. Right, I'll dig that out like that so it's now clearly marked and I'm not going to make any mistakes or get confused. I do get confused. It's quite easy to get confused. So there's our doorway. We'll dig out another block here like this. Let's pop a torch up onto the wall so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to go out another block. Just put the torch back on the wall. Right, and what I'll do is I'll hollow out a room here and I can start putting chests and things like that in it. Now I did have a look and a measure up this morning, and from my calculations I like to have a fair sized room here. Oop. Let's get the iron pick, and from my calculations we're facing in the direction of the hill, so we want our steps, sorry, my apologies, to go up that way. We'll head up that way with some steps, and then what we will make is a long drop to come back down again. We'll dig a hole straight down, and at the bottom of the hole we put a block of water just held there with a sign, and then you can just drop straight down and you land in the water. That breaks your fall, and then you land underneath it and everything is fine and good with the world. And it's a really fast, efficient way of getting down from quite a high point. So when we want to come back down here and get into those caves that Steve told me all about, so that we can start really exploring it, possibly even go much deeper than this and dig out a mine so that we can start hunting for diamonds in particular, but also for other items as well, we'll have a staging point, and that staging point, it will be this room here. So now that we've got this out, I think what I'm going to do is dig the tunnel up, and the way I do that is I put a set of steps. Where's those stairs gone? There they are. And I'll put a step right there, and I'm going to do this all the way up. I'm just going to keep going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll make sure that I dig it high enough so that when I'm running down the steps I don't bump my head on the ceiling. There's nothing worse than bumping your head on a ceiling that is too low. So we go up like this, and we keep it 4 high like this all the way. Put in another step and another step, and then every few blocks I put a torch. So 1, 2, I put one there, and I'll do it every second. I'll put a torch. There we go. I can run down the steps without bumping my head. We'll have a quick look. There, and I missed the floor just, or missed the roof. Okay, that's earth. You may have, I don't know if Steve was doing it or not, but you'll certainly notice me doing it. When you're digging, and when I'm digging, I don't use the same item to dig things out with. You notice there was earth, and so I used the shovel instead of the pickaxe. That is because everything gets damaged when it's used. It's just a fact of life. Things get damaged when they're used. But if you use the wrong item for the wrong job, if you use the wrong tool for the wrong job, it'll damage it a lot more. So if we were to use a pickaxe to try and mine earth, that pickaxe would get severely damaged, and very soon we would break our pickaxe and have to go and get a new one. So if you use the right thing for the right job, such as if you want to get some leaves off of a tree, you don't use a sword or a pickaxe or anything like that. Just break them with your hand or with a stone or something, because then you don't spoil your tools. And it's always very important as a workman to look after the tools. You must always look after your tools. They are very important. You can't do your jobs without the tools. If I was to mistreat my pickaxe, I wouldn't be able to mine the diamond when I found some. If I was to mistreat my axe, then it would break when I went to cut down some trees. If I suddenly needed some wood and it was an emergency, I wouldn't be able to do it. So you really do have to look after your items. We just keep bringing the steps up like this. One there, one there. Go up one more, and we've crossed into a cave. So this is probably one of the caves that Steve was telling me about. I see that there's steps here, which means that this is actually... Yes, there we go. Steve was telling me all about these steps here. So how that he'd used them when he was exploring the cave, which is actually really good because it's what I do as well. I always do that. So we've reached that point. Where'd the entrance to the cave go? Do any of you remember? Because I kind of lost that already. I am not very good at finding my way around quite often. It was right here. I was looking right out. I came up through that steps. Did I go too high? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Right. So what I think I'll do is I want to carry straight on and make it in a straight line rather than having to go. Or should we? Should we just not bother with that? I take that one out, make it a bit easier, and we can come down here, and just so that we don't lose where we were again, if I put down that one there and that one over there, I know where that one is. Then I can put a block there, I can put another one here so that we can see that that is part of it. Come down, let's get rid of that one there so that we don't bash our head on it as we come out. We want a torch there. Right, I think actually this is looking pretty good. One there, and I'll put one up there as well. So now we've got an entrance next to the cows. We come down here like this, night time, and then we can race down this steps here, down this way, down here, and then we come straight down these steps here, and we're into this room. Let's put another torch up here. We don't want anything spawning in here yet. And then we're back into our mob spawner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to dig this out as fast as I possibly can. I'm not going to dig it down to this depth yet. I'm going to dig it to this depth. As you've seen it already, I'm going to dig it as fast as I can, and then when I've finished I will speak to you again. I want to dig out all of this. It's time we got it all out. I think Steve said that he's been working on this for a little while. It's just taking too long, so that's what I'm going to do. I just need to prepare myself a little bit. I'll get another pickaxe, and right, I really need to be prepared for this mentally because this is going to be a real challenge, and I shall start. Any caves I uncover, I will fill them with torches, and I'm going to do it as fast as I can. I'm hoping I can do this all in one go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Whoa, 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 I did it. Wow, that was fast. Well, I'd like to, oh my, oh, I'm feeling dizzy. I'm hungry too. I ate all that food. I ate it really fast. I did the, oh yeah. Well, I did it. I dug the room out. I dug all of it. Every bit. I carried everything all the way back over there. And all the platforms are done. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, well, it's back here. Oh my. I'm sorry. I was going to carry on and do the next bit and show you how to do it, but I can't. See, I did the rest here. Carried it all out. All of that. And that, and there's more. And there's more in there. And just, oh, yeah. So I gotta have a rest. So, I will. I'll finish the rest tomorrow. And I need to go upstairs. No, I can't even do that. I'm just going to sit here and rest. I'm just going to rest here. I'll carry on tomorrow. I'll do some more tomorrow. I'll let you know when I've got my breath back. I'm going to climb upstairs. I'm going to go to bed. And I'll let you know tomorrow. So, yeah, okay. This is Frithgar. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I'm going to bed. Goodbye. See you later. Oh.